I just got back from a trip with the Sony 24-70mm f2.8 G Master Mark II because I asked myself a question. Is it enough to be the sole lens that I use for the trip? And for that we have to rewind 7 days in the past. Welcome to Thailand! A problem I had before was switching multiple lenses whenever I wanted to take different compositions, and also the weight of carrying multiple gear. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether this focal range and aperture setup is going to be adequate for my needs. For testing out this Sony G Master lens, I head out of Bangkok and drive out for 3 hours to the countryside for a national park, braving the Thailand streets and weather, meeting some furry friends and take a sip of wine. Wine at 11 in the morning. Before immersing myself with the nature. So we finally arrived Khao Yai National Park. And what better way to try out this new lens than to have beautiful subjects. Not them, the Thailand landscapes behind. So they made us buy leech socks and it makes us look like Guy Sensei from Naruto. Feel like it's a scam. So in my past 2 days here in Thailand, I realized the qualities in a lens that I will value the most before travel. And it's going to be the size, image quality, and the versatility of the lens. When you're traveling, you want to be as light as possible because you're constrained by how much gear you can carry in your luggage you're carrying on. And also you don't want to be carrying too much when you're trying to survive in an unexpected wildlife trail. And this lens comes in at 695 grams. It's going to be the lightest standard zoom out there in the market. So I think this lens ticks in the checkbox. As I go through this wildlife nature trail, avoiding all the thorns, branches, and the mud, I suddenly wish that my body was built to survive these odds. I wish I was feather sealed, just like this lens. I kept being attacked by leeches a while ago. They suck. Literally, it's survival mode. Thank God for the spray and socks. I was unable to focus on photography in the nature trail because of the leech attacks, but here are some woodland photos which I thought looked good if I had the right conditions. And just always remember that if the wildlife guide is wearing the leech socks, it's not a scam, guys. In terms of versatility, the 24-70mm range is quite great, and I was able to try different genres of photography with it, from the street photography, a couple of portraits, taking photos of some animals, and now some landscapes. It probably covered maybe a 70 or 80% of the shots that I will usually take. It's very convenient to have it. It's like a cheat code in photography. Just carry one lens and get different perspectives. In terms of image quality, here are a few sample photos from the previous day. The first set is a short walk around the Pak Chong night market, which I thought was a good location to try some colorful street photography and take photos of the street sellers and their goods. I stopped down the aperture to f2.8 and got myself some faster shutter speeds and bokeh. The next set is from Farm Chok Chai, where I was able to play around with some goats and feed them some leaves. The lens is not good for wildlife at all because 70mm is not at all long enough and still needs you to get closer to your subject. And I also took a few photos for my friends. In all these cases, the results are just substantially sharp and the bokeh is smooth and creamy. So we're going to try and find a better vantage point for that waterfall over there. Too bad it's dry season, otherwise there should be a lot more water. So I quite like the surrounding areas of the waterfall, even though there is not a lot of water. But there's like a small pond. The surrounding area looks something like from a fairy tale, like the mossy greens of the rocks as well. Then I'm trying to find different framing compositions for the waterfall. And I think this lens just brings out all the details because of how sharp it actually is. And the color tones coming from this lens is also amazing. And the lighting we have because of the shades of the trees, and it pierces through those leaves and branches, gives a magical effect. Since the light was nice and flattering that day, I wanted to practice on some portraits with my friends because I don't have a lot of experience with that genre. So for fun, here's my friend doing the exorcist pose in the woods. Okay, conclusion, it's a fantastic travel lens. I really had fun carrying this, but I still don't recommend it for everyone. If you're wondering why, check out this video where I share my thoughts and decision-making process and considerations in buying this lens. So see you there, thanks for watching.